Hi there! Today I have a strong need to speak about protection. Not from viruses, social media should have done that for you a couple of thousand times, so it will be about smartphones, as every new one always triggers a question about how fragile its body is. As well, nowadays phones look so similar that when a bunch of them is on the table, it may be a challenge to find exactly yours. This is where accessories come to the rescue, making even two identical devices completely different. Samsung traditionally didn't chip out on their branded cases for Galaxy S20 series, and we'd like to share their variety in 2020, so one by one, let's gaze into it. The first jumping in is perhaps the most pleasant cover of all we've got. Quadrant cover firstly is awesome by tactile feelings, and secondly will make you a part of another gigantic and proud community. Since the fabric insert on the back panel is made by Revive technology completely from recycled plastic bottles. The cover is tenacious, pleasant and tough, making a bold grab on smartphone and protecting it also well. On the outside, the plastic frame is covered with silicone, which is the same material that goes over buttons, creates nice tactile response and decent protection at the same time. Next one, by some random order, goes silicone cover. That is a silicone case, but not quite the same as we're used to. It is not a full rubber build, this stuff just goes above the case. Inside we still have the same hard plastic base. In result, we get a hell of a slip resistant surface and a guarantee that after a week the cover will not stretch out and start filling up with dirt, dust and hair from your cat. As for the colors, there are both classic versions and kinda pop-up. In general, there is something for each taste. What is the most prestigious among all Galaxy S20 bumpers is leather cover, and you already guessed why. Here, the same plastic base hides under calf skin that you can find in 5 colors. I suppose that the inside is covered with artificial sweat, and there are duplicators on the buttons. Who would ever want this? A person whose fingers have bad sensations after synthetics. In this case, that's probably the right case for you. Well, and the simplest protector for those who needs branded case without showing off has got the name clear cover. There is a transparent piece made of dense polyurethane that, unlike mass market products from AliExpress for 99 cents, holds tight and won't make you suffer from collecting dust under the surface. By the way, the case itself feels to be closer to plastic than some typical TPU. Moving on to our good old friend named protective stand and cover. The most reliable, the hardest and masculine from the entire range of Samsung accessories. Perhaps it's my imagination, but every year this cover feels more confident and cooler. The side plates in it are made of a very dense rubber, so you will need to make some effort to remove the smartphone from this case. What is surprising, despite this man of steel, the buttons are quite easy to press on. Its name surely tells us that the smartphone will get the ability to stand. There are 2 legs, each of different lengths, so you can set more angles to find a position that suits you the most. And if you thought that it's the peak of technology here, let me introduce Smart LED cover. Inside there's a load of LEDs that can glow in a fancy manner and turned out to be also useful. Like this, for shooting with the timer, the LEDs will display the countdown on the back on your smartphone. The same goes for notifications, alarms and incoming calls. This year they've also added a theme that makes the smartphone firmware similar to the case. I'm not sure that it will be in demand, but at least looks funny. If you add view to its name, you will get a completely different case. This is a cover book with a pocket for a cash or a credit card, so basically for money. All LEDs are landed inside the cover, and the only thing they cannot do is showing a shooting star. Although it's classic style, this case is still more technologically advanced, with such features as showing time, possibility to answer the call and cut down the alarm without opening the case. For those who love flipping stuff, that should be your dream cover. If you want similar features but in a simpler design, so that the child won't break anything while playing with parents' phone, take a look at Smart Clear View cover. It's not hard for Samsung to reinvent cases with windows. This time it's long and vertical, and what it actually shows is basically always on display. You can surely interact with the smartphone through it, which is decent, especially considering that when you receive a call, all, you can see contact's name or number at once. By the way, sleep-wake function works here as successful as in the previously mentioned smart LED view cover. Summarizing the stuff, I can say that the range of original cases for Galaxy S family once again makes us happy. It can boast with simple examples, technically advanced or classic, or even with bold experiments like the use of recycled materials. If you like this video, then why not to support our channel by subscribing to it, hitting the like button, ringing the bell to stay tuned for more cool content. My thanks for watching, stay safe and cheers!